This week on Inside Boulder News. After years of community collaboration, Council gives final approval of this sub-community plan. Students along the Lehigh Corridor participate in Walk and Roll to School Day using new traffic improvements. And mark your calendars, you don't want to miss these important dates coming up for the 2022 elections. Welcome to Inside Boulder News, your source for all things Boulder. I'm Jocelyn Avendaño. We are in the final countdown towards the November 8th general election. With election season in full swing, we rounded up some important deadlines you need to know, and if you haven't registered yet, this is your reminder to get out and vote. Elections are off and running. Thousands of ballots are set to be sent out on October 17th to registered voters, and if you haven't registered, there is still time. Community members are encouraged to check their voter registration by going to govotecolorado.gov. It is not too late to request a ballot to be mailed to you. Voters have until October 24th to request a mail-in ballot. Those eligible can register to vote up to and including Election Day. In the city of Boulder, Boulder voters will be asked to consider 6 ballot questions. Some helpful tips to keep in mind is to vote early, as this helps counties process ballots efficiently and get results to the community faster, and it also helps to stop campaign phone calls. Early voting centers open on October 24th. There are 14 24-hour mail ballot drop boxes that are secure and videotaped 24 hours a day. Please visit bouldercountyvotes.org for all things elections related. Elections are Tuesday, November 8th. Earlier this year, the city completed improvements to Lehigh Street Corridor. The completed multimodal transportation upgrades to Lehigh Street will help improve safety for students traveling to nearby schools and everyone walking or bicycling this north-south corridor.
So Lehigh Corridor improvements was an idea that came around through conversations with our partners at Boulder Valley School District and 2 elementary schools along Lehigh Street. On an average day, over 300 students are biking to the schools in this area. That's a lot, and it represents about 26% of the students enrolled in those schools. And yet both the school district and administration and parents saw some improvements that could be added to Lehigh. So for this project, we used 2 funding sources. One is a federal program called Safe Routes to School. It's a competitive grant, so we partnered with our Boulder Valley School District, but then we were also able to use a little bit of funds we have from our city strategic initiative called the Vision Zero Implementation Program. So we combined those 2 funding programs, and as a result, we were able to build a multi-use path, which connected Lehigh Street through Bear Creek Park to the elementary school. And then we also were able to make improvements to intersections and pedestrian crossings for kids as they travel to school. And then through that Vision Zero Innovation Program, when we went and paved Lehigh Street this year, we removed the center turn lane so we could make room for bike lanes that are on the street that have more space between them and the vehicles driving on that road, as well as reducing the speed limits. At the city, we really have a lot of interest in providing more options and safer and more comfortable transportation choices for everyone. So focusing on those kiddos, making sure that they can walk and bike comfortably to school, and make sure parents are confident in letting their children walk and bike. It helps us certainly reach our transportation master plan goals for getting more people walking and biking, but also we're a Vision Zero city, and we want to make sure that everyone is safe and comfortable traveling. We partner all the time with Boulder Valley School District because we get such great information on families and students and their travels and needs as they move around our city. We work a lot with staff, and we work on grant applications like this one. So we're actually in the process right now of putting together another application to submit for some competitive Safe Routes to School funds. This time we're focusing on Manhattan Middle School, looking at making improvements to students' travel along Manhattan. And that's a little bit south of Baseline Road and east of Foothills Parkway.
Hola, mi nombre es Juan Ibarra, soy el dueño de Coma Mexican Grill. Yo soy originario del sur de Zacatecas, sí, pero llegué a Colorado en el 93. Llegué al condado de Greeley, pero duré 6 meses, me moví para acá Entonces, desde entonces estoy aquí, desde prácticamente a principios del 94. Por tiempo estuvimos yo y mi esposa y tanto mi cuñado también. Como él también duró mucho tiempo trabajando para el restaurante y decidimos comenzar nuestro propio negocio. Y pues mira, aquí estamos. Abrimos en mayo, antes de la pandemia, y apenas estábamos agarrando a nuestros clientes cuando llega la pandemia. Y a uno como negocio pequeño pues le afecta más porque pues no tiene un soporte de alguien más como compañía. Mucha gente ya no salió a trabajar y entonces vino el caos de cómo vamos si no sale la gente a comer, cómo vamos a sobrevivir para pagar los biles. No podíamos encontrar sanitizer, no podíamos encontrar máscaras, entonces pues fue un caos en ese entonces para encontrar sanitizer. El condado nos empezó a proporcionar todas esas necesidades que teníamos que era importante para proteger a la demás gente. Nos estaba yendo bien, pero lo que afectó fue la pandemia. Pero ahora ya después volvemos y ya la gente miramos que está llegando, regresando más gente ya. Miramos que mucha gente viene ya y pues es bueno para nosotros porque como negocio pequeño, en comparación de otras compañías grandes, pues miramos que sí nos siguen apoyando mucho. Los invitamos a que nos vengan y nos apoyen a Como Mexican Grill. Tenemos margaritas y variedad en comida mexicana.
After years of discussion, City Council gave final approval to the East Boulder Subcommittee Plan during the October 6th Council meeting. The plan guides the evolution of East Boulder over the next 2 decades into a local business hub with a variety of housing options and an artful community that is well connected to the surrounding city and the region. Consistent dialogue between the community, city staff, and the East Boulder Working Group shaped the plan. The working group was made up of 21 East Boulder subcommittee members who dedicated their time over 3 years to involve the community directly in the planning process and help design a plan to meet the community's need. Over 2,000 committee members participated in the planning process. In the plan, land use in East Boulder is expanded to support the area as one of Boulder's important employment centers. One of the plan's long-term outcomes is new mixed-use neighborhoods in key locations. Housing will be integrated into these areas as well as mobility improvement to support biking, walking, and transit throughout the subcommunity. For the plan to be realized, it recommends changes to the Boulder Valley Comprehensive Plan's land use map and includes a detailed plan for the 55th and Arapahoe Station area, which will be served in the future by high-quality, high-frequency bus rapid transit. To view the East Boulder Subcommittee Plan and learn more about the 55th and Arapahoe Station Area Plan, please visit the city's website. Thank you so much for joining us on this week's edition of Inside Boulder News. Connect us on Facebook and Twitter. You can also sign up to receive video updates right in your inbox. Just go to boulderchannel8.com and click on subscribe. And be sure to check out the city's online newsroom for the latest city news. We'll see you next time.